There's a extremely fascinating book, which I think I've spoken about on the show before. I might have even mentioned it on your show because I mention it all the time. And I've got like three copies in my bookshelf at the moment that when people are struggling, they come into my office and I just give them one. Like, you need to read this. The book is called The Body Keeps the Score.
Yes,
And
I've read that.
you've read it, you know it. I'm sure the last 3 years, 3.5 years have felt like all the other years of your life put together, multiplied by 10 as far as length goes. They felt bloody long. And there was probably a lot of very long days. But do you think your feelings, maybe is your life enriched today? No, it's not. But maybe in 5 years, the body might be keeping the score for you and might be telling you and knocking on the door in 5 years and say, actually, you're a lot better. And the reason why I'm asking that question is to try and understand, is the journey ongoing? Is really the question.
Yeah, I think the journey is forever. I don't think you ever fully win. If you're going to use that analogy, I don't think you ever get to the end. I think when you've been through cancer, there's always a fear of recurrence. Talking to any cancer survivor, I've never met anyone that doesn't have a fear of recurrence. Thank God I have a good prognosis and I have a low, if you look at the stats, the risk of recurrence is low. And I'm really fortunate to be able to say that. However, that does not take away the anxiety that comes with having had a cancer diagnosis. So, and I can't imagine ever really getting beyond that. I think I'll think about it less as the years go on because it's still really in the forefront of my mind. I've been told that you think about it less, but I can't imagine I'll ever not think about it because it's part of my journey now. It's kind of part of who I am.
Does that anxiety become hard? Does it become crippling on certain days?
Not for me, no. I wouldn't use the word crippling. I'd say it's there. It will flash into my mind maybe if I'm speaking to someone who has had a recurrence, or obviously whenever I go for I'm still on 6 monthly checkups. So if I go to the hospital, that's not a good day. Waiting for those scan results, not pleasant. But it does not become crippling. I'm quite able to move forward through it, luckily.
That's cool. Do you have low moments, Emma?
I'm probably pretty fortunate in the fact that I have normal low moments like everyone else on this planet. I think it'd be dishonest to say that I'm never sad or angry or frustrated. But I'm really fortunate that I've always been a positive person, and I am able to reframe a lot of those low moments. And I think I'm quite good at reframing negativity into positivity. I hate it when people say things like, "Oh, that's a shame," because it's not a shame. Like,
I'm with you, mate. Yeah.
Like it's something that happened, but it happened. Now let's move on.
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? Because part of it's like, are we numbing it? Are we back at the first part of the first stage of grief? Are we at denial again? Are we like, or are we just like, no, it's the way, like, it happened, and you went through the time of why me, you went through the time of, and then you went into how we sort of started the show of understanding where your focus and your energy and your resilience came from. And it's like that was in you. And so once you'd accepted this thing, you're able just to go like, let's get it.
Yeah.
I wanted to work in the Olympics. I wanted to work with top level elite athletes. Same mindset for me, what I see. And it sounds really quite messed up maybe to some people, but I've got cancer. I don't want to have cancer. I'm going to work and I'm going to focus and I'm put my energy, and I'm going to subconsciously deploy everything that's got me to where I am in my life, in my career, into this, and everything's going to be pretty okay. Kind of, I guess.
I think the hard bit listening to that is I was lucky as well, because some people can have that mindset and say, I don't want to have cancer, but actually the cancer can get them. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So again, I think there's a big bit of luck there in that I was fortunate, like I said, that my cancer does have a good prognosis. And that's not because I don't believe that's because of my mindset. I believe that's part of the luck.
Yeah, it's
You know, we can only control what we can control, but there is a lot of aspects that we unfortunately can't control.